Man, when I tell y'all I love college football, there's nothing like this sport. There's nothing like it. Man, man, I'm on the road to 500 subscribers on YouTube. I'm on the road to get 15 Twitch followers. Yeah, so please make sure that you hit the like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you follow me on Twitch and follow me on all my social media platforms. That is where you will most likely find me. Before we get into the craziness of Georgia and Alabama tonight, let's talk about some of these other big games that I have my eye on. First up, Illinois and Penn State. I feel like this game was a great and physical, old school Big Ten back and forth. Teams just fighting, defenses flying around, physical run games, a lot of hard hitting. Penn State at night, great atmosphere. But man, the story of this game is Penn State wore down Illinois. Penn State wore them down. It was a great effort by Illinois, but too many times I looked up and I saw their run game was going nowhere, and Luke Altmyer was either running for his life or on his back. Penn State defense was just flying around, and man, I cannot wait until my Buckeyes play them in a couple weeks. Man, it's going to be something crazy. It's going to be something crazy. They always play us tough every time, and I know this game is going to be huge. But back to the Illinois game with Penn State and Illinois. You couple a very physical defense, a very physical, stingy defense with Penn State, and you couple that with your running backs, both of them, getting over 100 yards. Both Singleton and Katron Allen had over 100 yards in this game, and Drew Allar only had 135 passing yards. When both your running backs can give you over 100 yards, that's lovely, dog. That's lovely, because as a quarterback, you aren't forced to make every single throw and do it and be Superman for the team, when you can just hand the ball off and your running back can pick up yards. So all around good game for Penn State. They took care of business. They won 21-7. Now, like I said, I'm an Ohio State fan. Y'all know this. We played Michigan State on Peacock. Let me start off with this. Peacock is terrible. Peacock is terrible. I know why Peacock was included in the media deal, because of NBC and all that. But as a broadcast, I don't know if my shit was on a delay or what, but it was in. I don't want to say it was outright trash, but it was in. But props to Michigan State. You can tell they are a young football team, growing program under a new head coach, Jonathan Smith, who came from Oregon State. And I felt like with this, watching them for the last couple of weeks, if they could just limit the turnovers much like Auburn, they will be much better. The problem is when they got going, especially because they came out that first half ready to play. They was flying around. They were even getting turnovers. So they came ready to play, but when they got turnovers, they turned over right back. So when they got momentum, they gave it right back. And they were just shooting themselves constantly in the foot, much like Auburn. And when you're up against a much more talented team like Ohio State, you can't keep giving them chances and chances and chances if you want to pull off an upset, because then you'll look up and you're down 31-7 at halftime. I believe at halftime it was either 24-7 or 31-7. But like I said, Ohio State took care of business. I feel like we could have played much better. Defense will get tested next week against Iowa. And before y'all laugh, go look up the stats of what Caleb Johnson is doing for Iowa right now. He is killing it. He is absolutely killing it. Like I think the last game they played was Minnesota, and he had over 200 yards. And so I saw some things that Ohio State needs to clean up, but we took care of business. They won 38-7. We got Iowa next week. Iowa is never going to be easy, even if that offense is much like the Bears most of my lifetime and does absolutely nothing. They're still going to come ready to play. So Ohio State need to get it together, because I'll be damned if I see another upset loss to Iowa. So Georgia and Alabama, man, I don't know if that first half of the Kentucky game was a fluke for Georgia, but that offense looked god awful coming out to start this game. Like, they were so bad. They were just putting their defense in bad situations. And Bama, as good teams, good coach teams should do, is capitalize on that and put up points on the board. Like, this first half was so disastrous. I think Bama was up 28, 30-7 at like halftime. They were up 30-7 at halftime. But like good coach teams do, which Georgia is, they come back out and take it a play at a time, and they start stacking plays. And next thing you know, it's touchdown. Oh, we finally get some stops on defense. Cool, we're gonna score. We're gonna put some more points on the board. Oh, now we're getting consecutive stops, and we're getting consecutive touchdowns. We're right back in this game. And next thing you know, you look up and Georgia was leading this game 33-34 by the fourth quarter. So I don't know what happened to Bama in that second half, but the offense like died. the offense went to sleep. I don't know what happened that second half of the offense. But Ryan Williams made a hell of a play. I don't know what move he did, but he like jumped, spinned around after catching a go route, made two Georgia defenders run into each other, and then housed it. I've never seen a receiver freshman class like this before between Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams. You mean to tell me we get to see these two in college for the next 3 years? I could look at an NFL team right now that needs one of those two receivers. And they're freshmen doing this? Dog, this is crazy. But Bama won 41-34. I'm assuming, unfortunately, that's what happens when you're Ohio State. Even if you win, you're going to get bumped down. So I'm fully expecting Ohio State to be either staying at 3 or moving to number 4, because Bama's going to either be 1 or 2 after this game. I think Texas is still going to be number 1 because they won. Georgia may move down. They may just swap, actually. They may just swap because I believe Bama was number 5 and Georgia was number 2. So they may just swap them. But man, it was a great night of football. I'm going to enjoy these late night games, eat some food, maybe get on college football for a little bit or Tekken. And I'll see y'all. If the Bears piss me off enough, I'll make a rant video tomorrow. If they piss me off enough tomorrow. But yeah, I'll catch y'all later. Make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. We're on the road to 500 subs, and we are on the road to 15 followers on Twitch. Peace.